I'm Cortisa, a wife and homeschooling mom of 5. I want to change lives one room at a time by building confidence, creating joy, and revitalizing hospitality. With 7 simple steps, I'll teach you how to make your space everything you've always dreamed it could be. Hey y'all, welcome to Make Your Space. I'm Cortisa, and on this episode, we're going to be digging a little bit deeper into step 2 of our 7 simple steps, assessing your resources and limitations. Now we're back in the schoolroom where on a previous episode, I shared with you how I used step 1, function, to help me create and design this space. Once I decided how this space needed to function optimally for our family, I moved on to step 2. And I assessed my resources and limitations. Let's start with resources. When you're thinking about the resources you need to complete a project, you want to consider things like your budget, time for DIY projects, and the home decor items that you already own. For this room, we had the desk, the chair, the lamps, and the sofa, and a few small design accessories. Having the larger items for the space was key. It helped me to do 2 things. It helped me to stay within my already extremely tight budget, and it helped me to quickly create a layout for the space. I worked around the items I already had on hand. I do this often to save money and to complete my projects quickly. Now let's move on to limitations. When you're considering the limitations in a space, you want to think about things like the size and shape of the room, or in my case, no doors to hide behind. Our schoolroom is open to the lower level of our home, so that presented 2 challenges for me. One, I needed to find a decorative, creative way to keep clutter under control, and I also needed to use colors in the space that would coordinate with the other rooms on this level. Having the limitations of a small open space actually was helpful for me. It gave me parameters to work around, and it helped make my design planning process easier. Often, we see limitations as roadblocks, but I encourage you in your design planning process, see those limitations as stepping stones to creating something uniquely beautiful. After I used my existing resources and carefully considered my limitations, I realized that much of the design work had already been done for me. Let me explain. The sofa is the largest piece in the room, so it naturally needed to be placed on the largest wall to avoid dwarfing the space. We have decorative open storage, so we didn't want school books and school supplies to be the first thing people see when they enter our home. So we put that unit on the more hidden wall, which left one wall remaining for our desk. After placing the larger pieces in the space, we realized we didn't have room for 2 small desks for our little buddies, so we chose a kid's table with 2 chairs that fit perfectly in front of our window. Now, we had decided earlier that this room needed to be more than just a schoolroom. It needed to be a place to play and extra space for entertaining. So we still needed storage for toys, a place to set drinks, and a place to play. So we chose a cabinet for the toys, the drinks, and a lamp for reading. We could have opted to do a small side table for the lamp and a coffee table or ottoman for the toys and the drinks. But that would have eliminated the much needed play area that we already determined we wanted for this space. So by using the cabinet next to the sofa for the toys, the drinks, and the lamp, that left us with a nice open area for play. Then all we needed to do was find a soft rug to cover it. When making your space, I encourage you to take step 1. Decide how the space needs to function optimally for you and your family. How does it need to serve you? Then move on to step 2. Assess your resources and limitations. What resources do you currently have to complete your project? And what limitations exist that you have to find creative solutions for? In doing this, you will not only save time and money, but you'll simplify your design planning process.